Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Southern Charm Season 5, Episode 8. Let's talk about why Thomas Ravenel has these ladies fighting over him. He is so disrespectful. He's rude. He's playing games with Ashley and Catherine, leading them both on. Even though he's in a relationship with Ashley, he talks behind her back like she's a dog, like she's a cat. He even preferred to her as being a dog chewing on a rubber shoe, just won't let it go. Like, come on. He really wanted to say the B word. And then he keeps making Catherine thinks that he's attracted to her, that he wants to be with her. He wants to work things out. He's giving her compliments, flirting with her, all over her. He's still sleeping with her. She's still having sex with him. So, Catherine, you're a fool too as well, because you're still having sex with Thomas when he treats you like crap, and then he's showing you this other woman, got her all up in your face, all up in your grill, taking her to trips and places that's supposed to be sacred to you and him and your friends, but he got Ashley dragging along with him. And he's pushing this woman all down your throat, and you still sleeping with him. You know, Catherine, you don't make no sense at all. And then on top of that, he got you taking all these drug tests and alcohol tests and all this other stuff to see your children, and he has this other woman seeing your children more. I wouldn't flirt with him. I wouldn't play around. It would be strictly business, straight up and down. And Ashley, you're with Thomas. You got him. He moved you from California to Charleston, and he got you up in an apartment. What is your problem? Why are you stressing? Why are you so insecure? Why are you so jealous? It's like, wow. But I understand why you are, because Thomas keeps saying, oh, I like redheads. With Thomas is at the table, oh, I like redheads. Like, I don't mind doing a redhead. Then Thomas kept throwing up, Ashley was talking about that she wanted she wanted Louis Vuitton luggage. She was like, well, Catherine has 5 of them. And then, Ashley was like, I need some boots or something, because Thomas was like, you need some rider boots or something. He was like, oh, well, Catherine has some. It's just like he plays these little games, these little childish games. He's like almost 60 years old, and these ladies are falling for it. And Ashley, he's paying you. You know what I mean? You getting the money. You getting these dresses. You living up in a nice apartment. He's taking care of you. So just keep your mouth closed and keep riding on the gravy train. Why stop the gravy train? And if Craig thinks that Ashley and everybody else thinks that Ashley's a gold digger, well, who the hell is gonna mess with Thomas with all his baggage, his cocaine use, his abuse use, him having sex with the nannies and all this other stuff? So many different things going on with Thomas. He got kids out of wedlock, and the way that he's doing his baby's mother, like, you would have to pay anybody to be with Thomas. So Ashley, get your money, girl, get your money. But the problem is you putting your heart into it, and once you see all the playbacks of the whole season, you're gonna be hurt, because Thomas threw you under the bus. Thomas said, if I see any kink in her armor, I'm gonna throw her on the streets. When he was over there at Patricia's house, he was like, I'm getting sick of her. She keep trying to control me. I'm gonna send her ass back to California. So he's straight disrespecting you, just like he's straight disrespecting Catherine. No, he's still sleeping with her, then bringing another woman around. So anyways, let's get into it. That's my little rant. So we have Cameran. She still haven't delivered her baby. She wants to. If she doesn't deliver soon, she's gonna have to have a C-section. She's bored. She needs something to do. She just can't wait to get the baby out of her stomach. She looks good. She looks healthy, but she wants the baby. She wants the baby to be delivered. So then we move on to Naomie. Naomie is having a realization that she's mean, that she's a horrible person, that she's low down and dirty towards Craig, and she treats him like a child. She treats him like a little kid. She talks to him like he's a nobody, and she treats him bad when she don't have a job, when she ain't working, and when she's living in her parents' household. So how is she better than Craig? At least he's not living under his parents' household. At least his parents ain't giving him money. He's making his own money some way, somehow, and he actually graduated from law school, and he's actually doing real estate. He owns property. What are you doing, Naomie? But anyways, Naomie has came to a realization that she needs to make up with Craig and be friends with him, and especially because they're all going on this trip that I think Chelsea and Shep put together, I believe. And so she wants to, clear the air. So she goes over there to see Craig. Craig's house is a mess. It's tore up. It's dirty. It's filthy. Like, what the hell's going on, Craig? Like, your house looks like a coke addict, a drug addict house, an addictive house, a crack house, a shoot-up house. Like, what's going on? Holes all in the wall. So we find out that Naomie, she broke her foot when she was, like, skateboarding with Chelsea. Then we find out that Craig, he tore his tendons in one of his fingers because he was stabbing a knife into the wall, a butter knife into the wall, and messed up his hand. Then we have Shep. He ran into a glass door because he was intoxicated. What's going on with this cast? So we have that going on. And so Naomie and Craig actually make up. She kind of give a half-ass apology that she's gonna do better and treat him better, and he's really taking it like, taking it serious. Like, okay, he's not doubting her, he's not disrespecting her. He's like, okay, I'm glad you realized that. I'm hoping and praying that everything goes well, and I'm glad you realized that. But when Craig tried to come to Naomie to tell her that he was getting a life coach and whatever, she was like, oh, so what? Like, basically, like, oh, doesn't mean you're gonna change anything, don't mean you're gonna be better, doesn't mean we're gonna get back together. She was so negative. But look how Craig is positive towards Naomie, and she can never be positive towards him, which is a sad thing. So we get to Thomas and Ashley basically going back to the clothing store to get the dress altered or whatever, the same clothing store that Catherine's going to be working at. So they go there. She's getting the dress altered and all this other stuff, and now she starts to ask about accessories for rings. She wants the ring. She wants to go ring shopping. Instead of buying me dresses, take me ring shopping. Like, she's really acting desperate and thirsty. But if you're gonna seal the deal. You say it once or twice. You don't gotta keep saying it. Thomas is like, she's pressuring him and he ain't feeling it, and he'll do whatever he want to do when he want to do it on his time because he's paying you. So you his kept woman. He ain't your kept man. So. And then Thomas changed the subject and brings up, Catherine, and was like, oh, so how's your new employee doing? And so Ashley was like, this is about me. Why are you talking about Catherine? And so the helper, the assistant in the store was just the co-owner of the store was like, well, she hasn't been in for a couple of days because her grandmother passed. Thomas was like, oh wow, I gotta give her a call and reach out to her. Ashley was like, well, you've been doing that lately? Of course, he's got to call his baby's mother. He got the 2 kids. Well, he don't have to call her as much, but he got to let her know what's going on because he primarily has full custody of the kids, so he doesn't really have to reach out to Catherine, but he's probably reaching out to Catherine to tell her how the kids doing and everything, and plus on top of that, trying to get some snooky silky wookie boogie. That's what he wants from her, because we know they are still having sex with each other. So it is crazy. So moving on from that situation, Ashley just needs to be more secure, but she's insecure because Thomas is helping her feel insecure because every time he turns around, he's either flirting with Catherine in front of her face or bringing her up or saying things to, like in the first episode, he was saying that if Catherine would change, I would be with Catherine. And that should have been her notice, to be put on notice to, like, maybe I should walk away. Maybe the situation ain't so great. Maybe she should have watched the show and see how Thomas is, because if anybody can do what he did to his baby's mother, why? And the same thing he did to Catherine, going to the other guys and the other gentlemen, talking negative about Catherine to everybody, and everybody feeling negative towards Catherine, is the same thing he's doing with Ashley, with the guys. He just hasn't talked to the ladies about how Ashley is making him feel. So we don't know if she's going to ever get a ring, but it seems like she's not going to get a ring because Thomas ain't worried about giving her a ring. He's supporting her and taking care of her, and that's good enough. So Ashley needs to listen to what Patricia said and go get her license certified in Charleston and start working and start saving up some money or whatever. Do something. Get yourself busy. And so we move on from that. So we have Austen. Austen is talking to Victoria on the phone. Victoria wants Austen to tell, Chelsea that, hey, listen, tell her that you with me now. We together, baby. And Austen is like, oh, okay, I'll do that. And then Victoria had the nerve to say, oh, tell Chelsea I said hi. Why would you do that, Victoria? You guys ain't friends no more. You're with her ex-boyfriend and you guys were friends. Like, come on, these people got a lot of nerves or whatever. So, but it's funny, why does Victoria want Austen? Because, Chelsea said that, as long as Austen and Chelsea has been together, she has paid for all the dinner and the drinks every time they go out. And so he brought her that camera. So she's basically calling Austen broke and cheap. So what's up with that? So I guess Victoria like that, broken cheap Austen. Maybe he's good in the bed. Maybe he's laying it down. I have no idea. So everybody's getting ready to, go to, getting ready to go to the trip. And Craig feels like Craig is really happy that, Naomie brought over Gizmo and to see the cat. You see the cat hissing at Naomie because she's probably so mean to that cat. And so we get Thomas and Ashley, they're packing and they're getting ready for the trip and they're having a conversation. And so at this time, this is when Ashley was like, I want Louis Vuitton luggage. And he was like, well, Catherine got 5 or whatever. And then she starts to ask Thomas about, the birthday party. Am I invited? Am I going? What's the verdict on that situation? It's really messed up if she don't invite me. She should know that I could be one of her really good allies. If she's smart enough, she would know that I could be an ally to her. But if she's stupid and she wants to be dumb, I could really be her worst enemy. I don't know why you're saying that, Ashley, because Catherine's already dumb because she's still sleeping with, Thomas on top of that. Then she got hooked on drugs and got so messed up that she lost the kids. She had to go to rehab. She's been chasing after Thomas like Thomas treat her like shit. When she went to the clothing store for the interview, she was dumb as a doorknob. She couldn't even answer the questions. The second interview, she couldn't even put the clothes together. So basically, you're gonna have to go to war with Catherine because Catherine is dumb as a doorknob, just as you are too as well. But you may have a little bit of an upper hand because you have a nursing degree, if that's actually true. So moving on from that, so she keeps hammering. Ashley keeps hammering Thomas about this party, this thing, and Thomas is like, well, he said, I'm acting like a politician. I'm gonna say, yeah, and act like I totally agree with her. And so Ashley's really upset. She's built up because she doesn't understand why she's not invited. Because first of all, you ain't the man's wife, you ain't his fiance, you just been dating him. And if I don't want you at my children's birthday party that I'm planning, I don't have to invite you. But if we was on good terms, then maybe I would invite you. So if Ashley wasn't so jealous and so envious of Catherine, which Thomas had made her be by all his little comments and things that he say, Ashley should have been friends with Catherine. Should have been really trying to be friends with her and talk to her and hang around with her and just make her feel secure too as well. Even though it's gonna be some tension, but Ashley could have done more of an effort because she's more older. She's a more of adult than Catherine, and Catherine's the one that has to let her in because she has the kids. She's the baby's mother. So if Ashley wanted to get in, she should be buying gifts. She should be inviting Catherine over for lunch or dinner when Thomas is there. If she was secure, but she's not secure because Thomas doesn't make her feel secure. And every time he sees Catherine, he flirts with Catherine in front of her face. So that's a problem. So anyways, Catherine don't want you there. You should accept that. But I think one of the problems is Ashley's afraid that, Thomas is going to hook up with Catherine and they're going to flirt or do something because she really wants to know what Thomas is doing, where he's going. She doesn't like that he has boys' night out because Thomas is not faithful and Thomas will cheat on her, and he has cheated on her probably with Catherine. So she continues to bring up this conversation and going back and forth in the car. But the problem is Thomas knows that Ashley's not invited to the party, but he fails to mention that to Ashley, and he making her go crazy and go wild when he could have just said, hey, listen, babe, Ashley, you're not able to come because it's in the best interest of the kids that you don't come. It'll be peace between us, and maybe the next birthday you can come, or we can have a little small celebration together for Saint, just me, you, Saint, and the other kid or whatever. So let's do that because right now things are kind of getting better between me and Catherine, and I think it's a good idea if you stay home. Why can't he be a man? Why can't he be adult? He's like almost 60 years old. He can't tell Ashley, hey, listen, it's a bad idea. It's going to cause conflict and confliction between us. So maybe we got to ease this in. Maybe we'll go out to dinner, go out to lunch, me, you, and Catherine, me, you, Catherine, and the kids. Like, ease her in there instead of letting her know that, that's a very precious, sacred moment. So let's hold off on that and let's try to ease you into the family situation later on. Thomas could have actually explained that to Ashley and probably calmed her down, and that way Ashley and Catherine wouldn't have gotten into an argument or whatever, because Thomas does agree with Catherine that she has the right not to invite Ashley. So here we go with that situation. So I'm just like, Thomas should have just told her the truth. And so they get to the house. Catherine is, she's happy. Everyone's happy. Once Ashley and Thomas get to the house, Catherine's feeling how to play. Ashley's feeling. Oh, one thing. Also, Ashley said that, when she was trying on a dress, I feel like a Hollywood star. I feel like Hollywood or whatever. And so that's when Thomas said, Milan Trump, and then she goes, oh yes, my idol, my hero, that's why you a dumb bitch. So moving on from that, So they get to the house. Thomas and Ashley, they see their room. The room is gorgeous. The room is nice. They left them a lovely room. And so now Ashley feels, uncomfortable because these are not her friends. You know what I mean? Like, she's stuck into the situation. If I was Catherine, what I would have did is I would have been like, Thomas, since you all here on this trip, let me have the kids for the week. And I would have asked for the kids. I would have declined to go on a trip and would have stayed with my kids. I would have been like, let me see the kids. Let me have the kids in the house. Let me get my kids. That's what I would have said if I was Catherine. I wouldn't even entertain the bullshit with Thomas and, Ashley. I was like, where are my kids? And, Ashley is going to go because she's so insecure and she's so scared, and she's also trying to get to know people. So her not going and not having any friends, it'll kind of stand out like she's trying to be antisocial. So anyways, now Ashley finds out from the ladies that she has to go horseback riding with Chelsea, Danny, and Naomie. And all the guys arrived at the house. They're all there or whatever. So Ashley, she's in a panic because she's never been horseback riding. And she doesn't know what to wear. And she's begging Thomas for help. And Thomas is just ignoring her. He's tired. He don't want to be bothered. He wants her to figure it out. But she's not able to figure it out because she's nervous. She's afraid. She's in a situation. Like, I would be nervous and afraid if I was in that situation where I got the baby mama and all her girlfriends. And then I got all the other guys that are friends with her. And now I'm intervening in this situation I'm trying to put myself in. I would feel kind of uncomfortable, and I would want whoever I'm with to make me feel more comfortable and kind of, take me by the hand a little bit. But still, I would be secure. But Thomas is not helping her be secure. So anyways, she's looking for something to wear. She can't find it. Thomas was like, well, Catherine got on the boots. Catherine got boots or whatever. I was like, that's so wrong. And then when Catherine goes downstairs with her boots on, she was like, oh, Thomas, look at my boots. He goes, oh, yeah, I remember the boots. Catherine did say that Thomas only brought her two things her whole life, to a pair of boots and something else. So I guess he didn't buy that luggage. So it is what it is with that situation. And plus, this whole episode that kept missing in plantation. Pay me my money, give me my money. So we know that some of you guys are wealthy. Thomas and Catherine, come from plantation background. So that means their ancestors had slaves and had made money off of slavery. So pay me my money, god damn it. You want to keep saying plantation, 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 motherfuckers. So moving on from that, so they go horseback riding. Ashley's having a hard time. She's having a bad time. It's not good. She's not enjoying herself. She's not having fun. Of course she's not. She's with Catherine's friend. If she was with anybody else, I guarantee you Ashley would have had a great time and a wonderful time. And she would have got along. And she would have been able to ride the horse and get the gist of it. But she can't. She's uncomfortable. So anyways, Thomas is playing golf. Craig is like, yo, so when you go out with, what's her name? Ashley, does she offer to pay for dinner or anything, or she expects you to pay? Thomas like, she expects me to pay all the time or whatever. I was like, of course. She's dating your old ass. You should pay. And so, then this when Craig was like, I told you when Catherine was no good for you. I'm just like, you better watch out for her because she seems like she might be a gold digger. And that's when Thomas was like, if she has any chink in her armor, I'm going to throw her to the streets. And then so that's when someone asked Thomas who costs more, Ashley or Catherine, and he was like, they all cost. It was like too much. And so anyways, Craig feels that Ashley is a gold digger and she's using him for his money, but she got to use him for something because he ain't loving her. He ain't giving her respect. He ain't comfortable. He ain't making her secure. He's not doing his job because he set his girlfriend up to get into an argument with Catherine because he couldn't man up to be a man and say, hey, listen, it's just a bad idea if you come. And so it is what it is with that situation. So I'm just like, damn. So they get to the table and now here we go. Here goes the beef. We have, Chelsea. No, not Chelsea. Naomie, she gets into it with Craig. He tries to give her some contact lenses that he packed of hers. She says they're not hers. He was like, they came from 1-800 contacts. They're yours. There's nobody else. Because damn well Craig ain't never cheated on Naomie. Naomi's acting all mean and stupid. She's just, sometimes you just want to, I would have threw her off the boat. So then Naomie was like, well, Craig, you would have known they come with a prescription. Ain't no contacts in there, blah, blah, blah. Like, damn. Like, Craig, why do you keep chasing after her? Leave her alone. Like, she ain't for you. She's not for you. She's mean. She needs to get herself together. She's probably jealous of your success, at which you don't think you have any success, but she's jealous of it. So anyways, moving on from that, we get to, the birthday party question, and everyone's sitting at the dinner table, and, Thomas doesn't want this to go down because he knows that Ashley is going to confront, Catherine, so they get into it. So, Ashley was like, hey, I want to talk to you. I know there's a birthday coming up for Saint. I just wanted to know if I'm going, am I invited? Thomas tries to intervene, and she's not hearing it, and she was like, I'm just going to invite family and friends, and that's about it, because, Ashley, she asked Chelsea. Chelsea was like, yeah, I got my invite, girlfriend. That's my girl. Of course I'm invited. You ain't invited. You just a piece of what. So you got that going on. And so she was like, well, I just want to know if you, so Ashley was like, I just really want to know if I'm invited or not. Like, I just want you to say it to my face that I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know what the issue is. You can either tell me no or yes. And so, so Catherine is like, well, you don't need to be addressing me like that and being all angry. Like, if you want to be invited to a birthday party, the way that you asking me questions and trying to threaten me and coming off all sassy and rude, that, she didn't use them words, but then like, what's the problem? She was like, so Ashley was like, yo, I'm not angry, I just want to know the question. I just want to know, am I going or not? Well, I knew I wasn't going. Okay, that's good. But she was like, well, I see the kids more than you do. And it was like, oh, she threw a shot. But before then, I think Ashley was like, well, 10 years from now, and that's when Catherine jumped in and said, you might not even be around for another month. I was like, whoa. And so that's when so Ashley's rebuttal was, I see your kids more than you do. So now she ain't going to the party. So there's going to be a big argument. Chelsea and Danny jump in and was like, that was wrong. That was below the belt. You shouldn't have said that or whatever. Because Thomas should have talked to Ashley. Ashley should have enough sense to know if she didn't get an invitation, then she's not going, and just let it be. But she didn't let it be. She can't force Catherine to invite her to the party. Even though I think Ashley tried to invite Catherine to go trick-or-treating or whatever, it's not the same thing. That's you being open. Them are her kids that she don't have custody of, because Thomas took them away because she messed up too as well. And plus he has the criminal justice system and the lawyers and the judges on his side or whatever. So it goes down. And so then you got Chelsea asks, Austen, is he still seeing Victoria? Because Naomie told Austen that, hey, listen, I saw Austen on a date with Victoria. He was taking her out to dinner. So the shit is hitting the fan all the way around. So we're going to see what happened. It's going to go down. Let's see if Austen messes up or not. And, the ladies did kind of, make fun of, Ashley and, Thomas, because they was in the bedroom arguing about stupid shit or whatever. And it was also funny when Thomas arrived in the house, he wanted to show Catherine his bedroom, show him how good his room was. That doesn't make any sense. But so when Ashley was coming through to see Thomas, and Thomas was like, come on, Catherine, let's go. Then Ashley tried to grab Thomas' hand, and Thomas took his hand and went like that so Ashley couldn't grab his hand, and he went upstairs with Catherine. I was like, damn. Like, if you could, I think I got it in the slideshow where he just like turned his hand sideways because Ashley was trying to grab his hand to stop him or try to see what was going on. And she was like, oh, I need another drink. But we find out now none of the guys are going to end up liking Ashley. I think the only guy that's probably going to like her is going to be, what's his name, Whitney. And Whitney should hook up with Chelsea. She's married. Patricia can train her to be a wife. Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.